Hey kids, you're listening to the internet's wettest podcast about video games, consoles, and pancakes. The SML Podcast. Prepare for the SML Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the SML Podcast. I am your host, Jimmy Kimmel, and I just got fired. How's everyone doing?
Which one's Jimmy Kimmel?
The one on ABC who just got, quote-unquote, canceled. Yeah. Good times. We are not canceled yet. We are, in fact, still going. And we've got a lot of news and a lot of games to talk about tonight. Should we dive into the news? Or is there anything anyone wants to chat about before we get into that?
Let's get this over with.
He's just like, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Last Friday, there was a Nintendo Direct. We thought about doing the show Friday so we could cover it then, but then we were like, I'll do it next week. So, here it is. They started off celebrating the 40th anniversary of Mario. Couple of Mario 40th anniversary announcements with a second Mario movie coming. It'll be out April 2026 called the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Pretty excited about that, actually.
Yeah, my kids are too.
They also showed off Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which will be getting a Switch release. They will be out next month, October 2nd. You could buy them separately or a bundle.
Nice.
Yeah. They're going to have new amiibo, too.
Yeah.
New amiibo are disgustingly priced. There's a new Mario Tennis that was announced for the Switch, too. Mario Tennis Forever. Listed to have 38 characters and an adventure mode. It'll be out in February. Super Mario Wonder is getting a Switch 2 edition in spring. Which is going to be adding a meetup at Bellabelle Park, which looks to be an online co-op kind of thing. I don't really know. But
Thang.
Talking Flowers being made into a physical item. That'll be out in the spring.
Physical item?
Yes.
Like it's a toy, a statue? What?
I hope it's like one of those dancing flowers that we had back in like the 90s.
That would be great.
Like, dance to music.
I always wanted the dancing Pepsi cans.
And then Yoshi and the Mysterious Book was announced for next spring.
That looks interesting.
Like someone posted a picture of Mario riding Yoshi and then Yoshi riding a horse. Like the oppressed become the oppressor. Stormlancers was announced for the Switch, and it was out that day. Yay. Hooray for Shadow Drops. Dinkum got a new trailer. It's set in the Australian outback. It'll hit the Switch 1 and 2 as a timed exclusive November 5th. Good talk.
Okay.
Poppucom is releasing on the Switch this holiday. So,
I don't know what that is.
I think it's a Steam co-op thing. I really don't remember. I think Purnell was talking about it previously.
Cool.
I don't know. Tomodachi Life Living the Dream got a new trailer. That'll be out in the spring. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection got a new trailer. That'll be out October 30th. Digital on all platforms and physical December 12th.
Interesting.
New trailer for the Switch 2 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. That'll be out January 22nd. Have a little more to talk about that in a bit.
Nice.
Linked Banner of the Spark got a shadow drop that day.
Ooh,
cool.
Yay. Hades 2 got a new cinematic trailer for the 1.0 launch on Switch 2 September 25th.
I need to finish the first game.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know it reached a 1.0 yet.
Well, it didn't. It's next week.
Huh. Well, still, I didn't realize it was even that close to getting a 1.0.
Kirby Air Riders is getting amiibo as well. November 20th. They include an amiibo and a rider, like a little air rider vehicle thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're $50 fucking dollars.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah. $50.
Fuck
Remember
that
when
shit.
they were $12.99?
I would
Alright,
say I'm
let's just
surprised,
get-
but I don't like to lie.
Let's get you to bed, Grandpa.
Metroid is getting 2 new amiibo that are $30 each. They're getting a third amiibo that includes Samus and some kind of like stylish bike. That'll be $40.
That bike looks so cool. I love that bike.
The Mario amiibo we mentioned earlier, those are oversized, and those will be $40 each. So, yeah, I'm glad I got out of amiibo collecting.
Wait, you're buying some more, though.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
No.
Oh.
Well, do
He
you
has better
listen to
things
the
to spend
show?
his money on. No.
If
I
I
think
can
so.
help it. No.
That's fair. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment got a new story trailer showing off some mechanics and playable characters. That is out November 6th.
Cool.
Biggest announcement, I think, of the show, and I am super excited about this. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined got announced as a remake of Dragon Quest VII. It'll be out February 5th, and it is hitting everything. So
That
I
is
am
awesome.
going to buy the fuck out of this on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Square, for giving us games lately, like Octopath
Yay.
Zero's hitting, the Dragon Quests are hitting, 1 and 2 is hitting. Oh, very, very nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual Boy is coming to Nintendo Online Expansion Pack.
That was pretty interesting. I mean, like, whether or not any of the games are going to be actually worthwhile, but I mean, I think it would be kind of cool because I know that there were like a couple of Virtual Boy games that were like in the process of being made when everything got canceled. Like, I know that there was supposed to be like a James Bond game, and I don't know. Like, I highly doubt that.
I
Like,
don't think they're going to finish
I know,
any games
I know.
that were in development.
Well, I mean, or any games that like were just straight up canceled. But I mean, like, it would be cool if they did. Like,
It would.
you know, unreleased games. I mean, you know, you could go back and play like the Star Trek V NES game, thanks to emulators and stuff. But you know, it would be cool for some of this stuff to get like official releases.
Yeah, but shrug. It'll require a dedicated accessory
Mm-hmm.
with either a replica Virtual Boy stand, in which you open it up and put your Switch 2 or Switch screen inside the system, and you look through the view like the original Virtual Boy, and
I don't know why that exists.
and it is stereoscopic 3D.
I
Or-
don't understand why that exists at all.
Or they're making a cardboard model for the
Well,
cheap
you-
asses like me.
Well,
Cardboard.
you know, Nintendo, they really like to sell you a bunch of fucking cardboard shit. That's what they did a while ago with all them cardboard pieces of shit.
Oh, the Labo
prior.
stuff.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything
Was that
they can
actually
do
shit?
to make a bit of money while selling you
was that
garbage.
stuff actually shit though? Like, I mean, it looked pretty neat.
Apparently the Labo things were pretty cool. I never messed with them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're still. I don't care if they were cool or not. You were still paying a premium for fucking cardboard.
Well, didn't they make the plans available?
Yeah.
Like, so in case your stuff got busted, you could just, you know, buy a thing of cardboard and just remake it. Yeah.
Oh, I
so-
did not know that. That's
They did.
good of them.
Yeah, speaking of the cardboard viewer will clock in at $24.99. The replica Virtual Boy clocks in at $100.
Mm.
Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly getting a remake for early 26.
Oh, hell yeah.
Indeed.
One of the best survival horror games.
I didn't
I
pay
never
attention if
should've
that was
played
hitting
these.
everything or not. Did anyone hear?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. I never should have played any of these because I want them all now, and that's such a fucking problem because I'm not particularly good at them.
Yes, it is scheduled to release on everything.
Very good. Nintendo Switch 2 editions were announced for a handful of games, with One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 getting an update. Overcooked 2 is going to use the camera. Stardew Valley is going to get 4-player split screen and mouse controls. Human Fall Flat getting a handful of new levels and mouse controls. And Power Wash Sim 2 will include local split screen.
All right.
So it seems like local split screen is not going to happen on the Switch 1 version if it comes out for that. I don't even remember if it's coming to Switch 1 or not. But it will have local split screen on the 2. That'll be out this fall.
Cool.
Suika Game Planet coming this winter. So if
I'll
you like
play it.
Suika games. New gameplay trailer for Metroid Prime 4. Shows Samus on the motorcycle that we talked about with the amiibo. And that is
That
out
looks so
December 4th. Finally has a release date.
It looks so cool. I fucking love that
does.
bike.
Donkey Kong Bonanza just got some DLC. DK Island and Emerald Rush was out that day. A demo for the game also released that day. I've heard mixed on the DLC. I've heard some people play it and they're like, it's not that great. And then other people are like, how long did you play it? Because if you actually go into it and play it for a good while, just like the original game, it explodes in content.
Yay!
Yeah, you just need to wait for it to explode all over your face. It's fine.
Yeah. Horror Acolyte, thank you for the Twitch sub. If only I could thank you directly. Where could Horror Acolyte be? One day we'll.
Nah.
Thank that scumbag. Oh.
Yeah, enjoy the emotes, Horror.
Guy.
Trailer for a Pokemon game, a spin-off where you're playing as a Ditto that's transformed into a human working with other Pokemon in a life sim type of game. It is called Pokemon Pokopia. It's out next year.
Good for
That-
it.
That name sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah, it does. Pokemon ZA is getting a new trailer, some new Mega Evolutions. It's getting paid DLC as well. So, if you're into Pokemans, there you go. Danganronpa 2, and an additional story called Danganronpa 2x2 is being released on the Switch 2 in 2026. And from what I see, that's hitting everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Danganronpa is good.
Indeed. Dynasty Warriors Origins hits the Switch 2 January 22nd. And there will, of course, be paid DLC for it. Yay.
Cool. Hopefully
Monster Hunter
it's
Stories
one people
3
like.
Twisted Reflection got a new trailer. That is out March 13th. Pretty sure that's everything. Then we got a sizzle reel, which showed off 2 Point Museum, Disgaea 7 Complete, EAFC 26, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD, Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, Lego Voyagers. Talk about that soon. Little Nightmares 3 and Persona 3 Reload all coming to the Switch 2.
Nice.
Yep. Also confirmed Resident Evil 9 Requiem will release on the Switch 2. And on the same day, Resident Evil 7 and 8 are going to launch on the Switch 2 as well.
I
Awesome.
can't imagine those are going to play any good on the. But
Compared to the Series S.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Switch 2 is like in between PS4 and Series S.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than I thought it was. Holy shit.
Switch 2 is a pretty decent machine. Like Tim's review of Star Wars on the last episode, like he was pointing out how good stuff looked. Like it's
Interesting.
if you develop right and optimize properly, you get good results. So, last bit of news from the Direct is that there is a new Fire Emblem game on the way called Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, and that'll be out next year.
Cool.
That's exciting.
Thoughts on the Nintendo Direct?
I didn't
kinda
really
wish I'd
care.
watched it.
I watched it.
Good job.
I didn't care. It's Nintendo.
You cared about so many of the games we mentioned, Aki.
Most of what I said was, "Oh, that's cool."
Danganronpa,
Yeah, which is
Metroid,
that does look
Fatal
nice.
Frame,
That's on everything.
Dragon Quest.
I didn't say anything
Hades.
about that. I
Final
said I was
Fantasy
shocked
VII.
that was 1.0. I didn't say anything about that.
I know you want them all.
I already have Danganronpa 2, actually.
This is a new one, though. Game Pass got a new batch of games announced. We got a big batch coming this month for the second half. This week on the 16th, we got Roadcraft for the Vroom Vroom fans. The 17th, we got Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Mhm.
Nice.
I really want to try that one out. Today, we got Frostpunk 2 and Wobbly Life, which just got a massive update.
I might finally try Wobbly Life.
Wobbly Life in
I don't even know what that is. What kind of game is Wobble?
It's kind of like Human Fall Flat. Like your
okay.
character's floppy, and there's physics stuff, and you do little tasks and things. I don't know much more about the actual Wobbly Life game as far as how it's different, but it's got like a floppy little character.
Okay. Fair. All right.
And then the 19th, tomorrow, Hades.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Next week, the 22nd, PC gets Endless Legend 2.
Okay.
Don't know that one.
On the 23rd, we're getting Sworn.
That sounds familiar.
Pretty sure I asked you guys about that one. Looks really good.
Watch, kind of.
The 25th, we're getting... Here you go, Jacob. Peppa Pig World Adventures.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
Visions of Mana.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
September 30th, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light.
Okay.
Nice.
And then October 7th, not sure, I'm guessing the next batch will be announced on the 7th or the 14th. Probably the 14th it'll be announced. Ooh, why would they wait so long? I don't know. October 7th, Sopa, Tale of the Stolen Potato.
That looks cute.
I knew that'd be up your alley. I knew it.
My cat potato. No one better steal her.
Mm.
I'll kill a motherfucker if you steal my potato.
Go
Mhm.
shank a bitch.
I will.
Jacob's trying to steal the cat. Go shank him.
And then ABC will fire me.
I'm allergic to cats. Why the fuck would I try to steal it?
To hurt me.
Spite Joe.
I
Duh.
got better things to do.
No, you don't.
Jeez.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
What?
That's a lie.
Name
Like-
40 things that are more important.
What do you mean? Then annoying you?
Yeah.
Every single AFIL game that is on my Xbox. Boom. 40 things.
Close. Games gotta leave Game Pass, though, and we are losing 4 on September 30th, with Terra Invicta leaving PC Game Preview,
Okay.
and then Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge all leaving the 30th.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, 4's coming soon, so gotta make room for that.
I guess.
Nintendo Switch Online got a Game Boy Advance update with Mr. Driller 2 and Klonoa Empire of Dreams. Very cool to see Klonoa on there. Borderlands 4 came out this week, and Randy Pitchford will never learn to shut the fuck up.
No, he
no,
won't.
he will not.
Performance issues, and he says refund on Steam.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You need a better computer is the other thing he said. Yeah.
And he
People
also
are
said
4K
if you don't
obsessed.
like it, create a company and make a game. Because he's a fucking numpty jackass.
And then apparently on console, the longer you play, I'm guessing there's a memory leak or something. The longer you play, the shittier it gets, and then you got to kill the game and relaunch it.
So I was talking with a friend who plays on Steam and they also had some memory leak issues at about 12 hours on PC. So, yeah, it's an issue on consoles and PC where there are some performance issues. Hopefully they said that they're addressing them, but yeah.
I think he did address them. He opened his stupid mouth. I think that was how he addressed it.
No, we're going to talk more about Borderlands 4 next week on the show. But Bri, so far, what are your thoughts on it?
It feels like Borderlands, but it doesn't. So there's a lot of new things going on with the game that detract from that initial it's Borderlands kind of feel. But I'm only a couple hours into the beginning of the game, and I'm having a good time. So yeah,
very good.
Okay,
at
least you're having a good time. That's good.
Well, stay tuned next week. We will cover that in depth then. Limited Run announced a new Nickelodeon Splat Pack, supposedly hitting all platforms, that will have Real Monsters for the SNES and Genesis, Guts for the Super Nintendo, and Rocco's Modern Life Spunky's Dangerous Day for the Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Because it's limited run, they will offer a ridiculous collector edition with a light up Aggro Crag desk ornament, a Crumb Real Monsters plush with magnetic detachable eyeballs.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
A VHS style box and other goodies. Pre-orders start this weekend and go until October 19th. Curiously, all mentions of the Xbox version have been removed from the site. Their initial promotional pictures included Xbox for all versions. And now it's not mentioned at all. If Limited Run skips Xbox with this release completely, I might be done with them as a company.
Yeah.
I feel like you've said this before, though.
I'm still done with them, but it's like I'm kept hostage because they're the only one that releases certain games, especially Night Dive Studios titles, which I like.
Yeah.
Are you typing on a typewriter in the background or something?
No, I'm pretty sure that was a controller. Someone's playing a game.
Oh, can you hear me type on the controller? What?
Yeah.
Picks up
I keep hearing this click, 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 and it sounds like a typewriter.
Oh my god, I'm so
No, it's a controller. I hear it when Purnell plays too.
Yeah.
You could hear him on the Steam Deck during review.
What that sounds. I'm sure you've heard it when I'm doing them too sometimes.
Probably. We have to hear you too much, Aki.
Well,
I've been saying
give me less games to review.
I keep saying that for years.
Andrews UK is doing something interesting here. They're releasing a set of retro gaming fragrances.
Okay.
Finally,
you get the C64 fragrance for men, the Spectrum fragrance for men, the ZX81 fragrance for men, or the ZX80 perfume for women. They will release in time for Christmas. They are available on a UK Direct, and pre-orders are open now.
That's no big deal. I've been on the Spectrum for years, and I smell like Cheetos.
That'd be a good scent.
Oh, really? No way.
Cheetos?
No, if anything,
man.
Nah, if anything, I'd want a box of Fruit Loops or something like that. Box of Tricks. Oh my god, yeah. I would pay stupid. I would actually pay money to smell like a box of Tricks.
I buy Old Spice Wolfthorn deodorant because it smells like Baja Blast.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, people have made interesting fragrances out of other things. Like, there's a company that makes ones that smell like Disney rides and Walt's Office.
So it smells
sweat, depression, and anti-Semite?
No.
I was going to say, it smells like cigarettes.
Yeah.
New Blood Interactive is finally porting some titles over to Xbox, with the first wave coming soon. How soon? We don't know. Just soon. The first 4 games coming are Dusk, Blood West, Amid Evil, and Faith, which has a demo out now.
I'll have to check out the demo.
I don't know any of these games.
Yeah, they don't sound familiar to me either.
I know a lot of people are excited about Dusk.
Hmm.
Yeah, that game looks sweet.
And then last bit of news I have.
Oh, no.
For our Ball Squad Xbox fans, there is a massive Pinball FX sale going on right now for a couple of more days. I believe it ends on Tuesday. There are massive discounts on dozens of tables. So if you've been looking to fill out your collection, check what's on sale and pick up a few tables while they're cheap.
Will do.
I think they're like 60% off or something crazy.
Oh, yeah. That is very good.
Indeed. All right. Aki, what news do you have?
Okay, I got a couple pieces of news. One that you gave me, because I'm not going to lie about that. I'm useless. And one that I actually had. Woo! First one, Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2. The two classes that were going to be paid content are now coming free, as they always should have been.
Yep.
Woohoo! And that's the Lensombra and Torador clans.
Yep.
You originally had to pay for those afterwards as extra DLC. They are now free because everyone complained about it because it was fucked up. I'm amazed that they actually convinced the publisher to allow that, but good on them for that. That's awesome. I don't know if it had already listed what all of the other DLCs were going to be or not, but they've also given some basic information about what the DLCs are for the I guess expansion pass. So you can look that up. There's 2 pieces of story content and a cosmetic pack. And yeah, there's that. Not a lot of information, but it's a little bit, and some of it's actually good for once. And the other piece is something I don't know if we mentioned this last week or not, but Nintendo, because you were talking so positive about it, I gotta be a dick. They got a new US patent, likely specifically so they can get rid of Power World, because that's what Nintendo do. And they got a patent on if you summon something to battle for you. That is now patented in the US, which is the most ridiculous dog shit I've ever heard. Because want to know what else does that? Every Final Fantasy game. Yep.
There's a lot of games that have a similar premise, and that was actually one of my news points too. And it's I'm not sure how that's gonna fly. I don't know.
It's crazy. I believe they've already patented it, so I'm sure they're going to try and sue Power World with this, because they keep changing all their patents to try and sue Power World because they don't like that someone did Pokemon but better than them, since they've not done next to anything to change their Pokemon game to make it decent.
Well, I don't think they can go back and sue for something before they owned the patent, but they can stop future games from having that premise.
I was going to say, I could see Nintendo, if anything, just selectively deciding when they're going to do it. Because, I mean, like, yeah, like if there's some Final Fantasy game that has it, like, Nintendo's not going to say shit. But, like, Power World, yeah, they'll probably enforce it then.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not a patent that should exist. Quite frankly, I don't think any of these types of patents should exist for anybody, because it completely destroys the gaming sphere, and it's just stupid bullshit. But yeah, so they pulled that bullshit, just because I had the shit on Nintendo, because you were talking way too positively about Nintendo.
I think that patent is going to be disputed and rejected.
Oh yeah, I think the moment they try to sue somebody based on that patent, it's gonna be heavily looked into, and it's gonna be decided, no, you can't fucking do this.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, it stands until anyone decides to fight against it, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to immediately be thrown the fuck out. I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Hope so.
I hope. And that's
What
all my
else you
news. That was it. That was my two.
All right. Horror Acolyte, what news do
good.
you have?
I actually don't think I really have any news. There was kind of a rumor floating around there might be a Sims movie coming out. I think that was the only interesting thing I kind of heard. I don't know how they would even do that movie unless it was similar in nature to like the Barbie movie. But
I was gonna say that's been rumored for decades at this point. But I mean,
I didn't read into like what is kind of reaffirming that right now. But yeah,
And to be fair, the Barbie movie was apparently really good.
Supposedly, I haven't seen it yet.
I've watched the beginning of it, and for me, it was a bit too much cringe, so I never finished it. But everyone that I know who has watched it loved it. I just don't handle cringe very well.
That's fair.
Why are you here?
To make fun of you.
I ask myself that all the time, and then you show up, and I get the shit all over you, and that's pretty fun.
Questionable.
Plus the games.
Yeah, the free games really, really help.
Bri, what news do you have?
The only other news I have is actually also Nintendo news, but it's more of a rumor. A leaker has found some info that suggests that Nintendo Switch could finally get achievements.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that was, yeah.
They finally decided to step into gaining all their players hooked on that crack. Awesome.
I mean, that's good news for people who are fans of that, but some people aren't. So, I mean...
Yeah, it's an addiction. It's a problem. But good on them for doing it, I guess.
I read a little bit about this where, like, they want to do it so it's not just, like, a collection of trophies or an ever-growing number. They want you to be able to, like, redeem stuff for, like, wallpapers and avatars and shit like that. So
it'd be like Steam trading cards, essentially.
Possibly. Yeah. Well, we'll see if more information comes out, but has potential to be cool if Nintendo follows through on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Got to get everyone addicted to that crack.
Indeed.
Go for it.
Jacob, news, what you got?
Movie watch news.
No, actually, no movie watch news. RGG
God damn it,
Studio
I'm playing it anyway. It's movie watch. There.
Ain't nobody in this bitch getting any hoes.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, RGG Studio accidentally confirmed that there's going to be a Yakuza 3 remake, and then deleted the evidence off of their website. Yeah. So there's that, and also the Louvre, the art museum in France, is retiring its Nintendo 3DS as the official guide. So if you went to the museum, you were able to rent a Nintendo 3DS and use the Louvre app, which would essentially act as like an audio guide as you walk through the whole museum. And they also made the guide available for international users to be able to download, so you could virtually tour the museum if you wanted to, all from the comfort of your 3DS. However, as of September 1st, they have retired the program, and its final farewell will be October 31st. And yeah, people have actually, a bunch of Nintendo fans held a memorial service for it outside of the museum.
So are they replacing it with something else, or is it just
they've not said what's going to replace it?
Oh,
well, I imagine most people could do things with their phones and tablets nowadays. It seems enough.
I got some of it wrong. The guides were officially retired on September 21st. And then something is coming October 21st. So right now there's no audio guides, unless there's an app or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I know a lot of people have been, quote unquote, accidentally forgetting to return those DS systems when they go there.
That does not shock me at all. That was the moment that it was mentioned that they were basically being a handheld video game system, I was like, people have to be stealing those. That's all I was thinking.
I don't think you could play actual games on it, though. I think it's just for the Louvre.
Interesting.
I'm not 100% sure. I just know people have been like jacking them because there's no other way to get those things.
Right.
And the Louvre is going to return all theirs to Nintendo for destruction. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. That's like that.
I'm sure they'll keep like a few for historical purposes, but like if they had one purpose and that purpose is gone, what's the point of keeping them?
I guess that's
sell
fair.
them.
I mean, they could make some decent money with that, probably. Because
I don't think they're allowed to. It's
it.
probably an agreement with Nintendo that they're not allowed to sell those.
Oh, maybe.
Possible.
Yeah.
It's very likely, even because it's Nintendo. So fair.
All right, what else you got, Jacob?
That's it.
That's it.
No Dreamlight Valley news.
Don't tempt them.
I mean, they revealed like a picture of some shadows of Lumiere and Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. But I mean, like we already know that they're coming out, so it's not like it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion, anyway. So.
All right.
Fair.
All right, review time.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's do this. First game to talk about tonight is Lego Voyagers, developed by Lightbrick Studio, published by Annapurna Interactive, released September 15th on Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $24.99. Co-op players can play free with the Friend Pass downloadable app, which I believe also gives achievements. From the makers of Lego Builder's Journey comes a new 2-player co-op adventure about friendship and play. When 2 friends make it their mission to rescue an abandoned spaceship, they embark on a journey beyond their wildest dreams, ultimately learning the value of being connected. Bri and Aki, you played this together. Jacob, did you play this with your kids at all?
I did, yeah.
All right, well, Bri and Aki, you started off, and then we'll check in with Jacob's thoughts after that.
I can start if you want.
Okay, go for it.
So you're a single little Lego brick with an eyeball that blinks, and then there are 2 of you, one red and one blue, and you have to play with another human to solve puzzles. You don't both have to have the game, though, as was mentioned. There is a friend pass, and you can play local co-op or online with a friend. Your screen is shared, so there's like a zoom feature. If you get too far away from each other, it pulls or stops. So you have to work together to move within the frame. The camera is fixed outside of the zoom, but that didn't bother me once I got into it. But the game is about playing. You get an achievement on the very first island for literally playing with every toy. This is a very playful game, and it's about the joy of discovery. Our 2 little besties live on an island together, and from their home they can see the spaceship launch pad, and they have a little telescope, and they're obviously fans of space travel based on their toys. The rocket launches nearby, and part of it explodes, leaving debris for them, and that starts their journey off the island. Throughout the voyage, you encounter various steps to building a ship and becoming an astronaut before finally launching into space, and it is super cute. Easy to learn controls. Hitting X makes you sing like a little kid. You do like little doodahs and other cute little nonsense. B connects you to nearby bricks, and then otherwise you jump and roll. I just like that you can't press B to just disconnect once you connect to a brick. You have to jump with A. But once you're locked into a brick, you can automatically move along the other nubbed surfaces until you run out of connections, which was a nice touch.
It's very finicky, though.
It is a little finicky at times, for sure. And there's a couple other controls I'll mention later that are also a little finicky. As you explore, you'll have to solve little environmental puzzles. You'll find pieces in the wild that you can use to build bridges and stairs to get to your objectives. There are vehicles you'll have to move together as a team, with one person controlling like the side of a boat or the direction of a car, while one of you moves forward, the other moves back, or forward and turning or whatever. You control different aspects of it, so you have to work together, which is really interesting. Also worth noting, on the beach near the beginning of the game, there are Lego crabs you can ride.
I thought it was really cute I thought it was really cute how they made those crabs look.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was not expecting something like that. I thought that was really creative.
There's little bugs that we tried to jump onto, and they scurried away too fast, and that was disappointing.
Yeah, that made me sad. I wanted to ride the centipede one. It looked cool.
Yeah. Almost everything is interactable, like plants. I played with Aki, and we popped so many of those plants.
The flowers, yeah.
Yes. There is so much movement in the game, from like butterflies and birds and waterfalls. There's levers you have to move and things that fling you, or bricks to solve puzzles. The Lego landscapes are fabulous. The water graphics were beautiful. The light and shadow work was impressive. I mean, and all that for a Lego game. The audio was also impressive. Oh, go ahead.
And the most important thing, there's a chapter select, so you can go back and get achievements. Yes. And it is very welcoming. Like, there's like 40-ish chapters or some shit in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They give you a lot of chapters. So you might, you go like 5-ish minutes and then you're into the next chapter. So it's like, it's very quick, very concise. So if you miss an achievement, you can very quickly, very easily just go back and go get it. It is amazing.
The audio was also impressive with headphones on. Little things have sound to them. The butterflies were a little annoying, though. I laughed a lot playing this game and enjoyed the creativity of the voyage. I feel like Aki and I both laughed a lot. Like, the game is just joyful.
Yeah, it is a very, very exceptionally happy-go-lucky, like, this is the kind of game you play and you're like, I would like to go skipping down the road now. It is just, it's so fucking cute. Down to its very core, it is an exceptionally cute game.
All the achievements in the game are secret, and they reward you for exploration and experimentation. There is a chapter select, as we mentioned, though, if you miss anything. The game has a cute narrative with little scenes like building a rocket. It has weather effects like snow and wind. The puzzles were creative, but not insanely challenging. Once you kind of know the controls and rules of the world, like, it's pretty easy to figure out most of what you need to do. There were a couple times where it was confusing to figure out just what you were supposed to do, but for the most part, it was pretty easy to figure that out.
Yeah, I feel like all the times we got stuck and we were like, I don't really understand what we're supposed to do. It was all like right near the very end of the game.
Yeah. There was a dump truck section where the controls were a little weird. You have to aim the direction you want to go, not just up or down to stay moving forward. So couple, weird things. There are some sections where you can just play and build, like designing and coloring a rocket in the rocket factory. Aki decided our ship was going to be mostly purple and gray, and I thought that was perfection. You get to go through astronaut training. Yeah, I know. You get to go through astronaut training Lego style. Aki. And then launch one of you into space. Couple nitpicks though. Aki did have like 2 crashes.
Again, that's probably not the game.
Which
Honestly,
could be Aki's system, but it ends the game for both people. Obviously, because so it's kind of abrupt. I did get stuck in one improbable place once, and we had to reset the game because there wasn't a reset to checkpoint option.
So did I think. I think I got stuck twice, and we had to restart the section.
And you are able to soft lock yourself if you're not careful in at least one spot that we found. So, and then my other nitpick really is that sometimes there are tasks towards the end that only one of the people can do. So you ended up getting roles of sorts as we went along. And you can change who you are in the main menu, but like for the most part, we just stayed the color we were. So like at some point, my blue dude got taller and was the only one who could activate certain kinds of switches. So as you get closer to the end of the game, it felt a little different as opposed to working together. It felt a little separate. It was weird. Aki, Jacob, thoughts?
The very end of the game is basically like as you mentioned, how eventually, the blue character got taller and they ended up having different stuff that they could do. They couldn't do each other's stuff anymore. The entire ending of the game is basically that as well.
Don't give away any detail.
Yeah.
You know if there's Legos in this game?
No, I
No,
don't.
there
think
isn't.
so.
Don't lie to people.
We're going to spoil it all.
Jacob, what did you do with your kids on this one?
Mostly get frustrated, but that's because they're
I was
kids.
expecting that.
So yeah, we had a pretty good time. I mean, like one of the things that I did like about it is that there's no actual penalty for like falling off a ledge or anything like that. Like kind of like
Right.
Lego Star Wars or the Batman games. Because my kids will continuously like jump off ledges and just be like, ha ha ha, like sing this up, and then it's just like, damn it, kid, like we're supposed to be trying to earn the little shinies so we can unlock stuff. Stop doing that. Like there wasn't that with this.
Round your
My
kids
kids
for
got-
fucking around in Lego.
Yes.
Yeah, it drives me up the wall. But my they actually got farther in it than I did because I was working, and when they're kids, like they're not. I really, they yearn for the mines, so I should really just send them off to the coal mines. But
Haven't you?
It might be legal in your state. You never know.
Yeah, we're close to West Virginia, but we're not in West Virginia. Like, give it time.
Send them to Centralia and mine there. Anyway, Lego Voyagers.
So anyway, so they got farther in the game, and I think they actually beat it. And they were like, "So, like, is there DLC coming?" And I'm like, "I don't know why." And they were like, "Because it seems short. Like, there wasn't as much to it as like the Lego games that they're used to." So they were surprised by that. But otherwise, they were having a blast with it.
To be fair, like most of the other Lego games are like open world action adventure games, and this is just like a co-op
Adventure.
This is a short little. I
It's
don't
about-
even know.
I think it's
For
hard to
8
compare them.
hours? I think including all the achievement cleanup we did, it took us 8 hours.
I'm not sure it even took us that long, to be honest.
I mean, that's according to True Achievements for me.
Plus, the main Lego games are like $60. This one's $25.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, since I mentioned the price, let's get to it. It's $24.99. If you buy it in the next week and a half, at least on Xbox, is on sale for 10% off. You could save $250, $25. What is everybody's verdict?
Yes. All the
This was cute. A couple of the areas were a little challenging because it's not always clear what you're supposed to do. I think toward the end, it felt a little less like you had to work together and more like you were working separately toward a common goal. But it's creative and playful, and the story is cute. And I think it's fun for all ages. And listening to Aki cackle at popping the flowers made me giggle like every time. It's
So
a buy for
fun.
me.
Some of the flowers explode and they sound like something's farting. Okay, I can't help but laugh. Okay, I am juvenile as shit. Yes,
Price
it's
is
totally
good, too.
about it.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I hope that we get more Lego games like this in the
me too.
future. Like I appreciate that it felt like the Lego brand like is actually taking risks at this point instead of getting like. I mean, I love the Traveler's Tales games, but it's just like, okay, this is it with Star Wars. This is Harry Potter. This is Batman, and you know what you're doing, like, and it feels like the same thing over and over again. And this was a very fresh take. And I hope that we get more stuff like this in the future, and like the $25 like 5 to 8 like 10 hours of gameplay that you might get in it. Like that's just like testing the depth, of how much people will actually want to do this.
Yeah.
So try it out.
Lloyd wants to know if the
very least.
water was as good as in Sea of Thieves.
No, but it was really good.
And then Lloyd also mentioned that Lego will love having their game discussed alongside child labor.
What is Lego if not child labor?
Get to the mines. Next game to talk about, Type Noise Shonen Shojo, developed by DankHearts, published by WhisperGames, released September 17th on Steam for $19.99. Type Noise Shonen Shojo is a multi-ending mystery adventure game. A group of boys and girls who have lost their memories gather in a quote-unquote Tokyo that is both familiar and unfamiliar. They must trace their lost memories to escape the bizarre labyrinths. Are they prepared to confront their true selves? Aki, what is Type Noise Shonen Shojo?
Okay. This is a puzzle visual novel point and click game. It's very much like the Zero Escape games, if any of you have played those, also on Steam. In this, you play as a young man who doesn't have very many of his memories, and he wakes up in a room with a young girl who also doesn't have her memories, and the room's slowly filling with water, because fuck you two, I guess. And you two have to figure your way out. And it takes a very short period of time, providing you're halfway decent at puzzles. So in other words, Jacob would never get out of here, but all the rest of you probably could. And
it'd be great if Jacob was like the best at this game.
That would hurt my fucking soul.
Good.
Joe, get me a copy of this game immediately so I can best Aki at it.
You don't have Steam.
Damn. All right, guys, release this on Xbox. I have to beat Aki at something.
And once you get out,
that'll happen.
It turns out that there's a bunch of other people also in this situation. You all think you're in a place in Japan, and it turns out no, you're in Noise, which is a place where only you guys are, and a whole bunch of faceless zombie-like facsimiles of people are. And it turns out that this little hologram is like, no, you should just stay here. You'll love it here. You forget all your problems while you're here, and everyone's like, we kind of want to go the fuck home, though. And then bad shit starts happening, and your way to get out is to remember your past. All of you have amnesia, and you do that by going basically into escape rooms and finding little puzzle pieces that slot together in little puzzles that you have, and they unlock memories that you can play. But when one person remembers something, everyone also sees that same memory that's with them. So everyone gets to experience it, and then they don't understand why or how. But with that memory, they're able to further explore the area because they remember something important that they forgot, and therefore are able to continue further through this area of wherever the fuck they are. And yeah, it has a few dead ends in it, and it has a good true end. And be prepared to lose a lot, because these puzzles, some of them are actually pretty hard, actually. The game has a button where you can scan a room and it just highlights everything that you can click on. Yay for that! I have still taken forever to figure things out in some of these rooms. Some of these puzzles are surprisingly difficult, because you have to find the right pieces to put in different things, and you have to know exactly where they go, because it's not always really particularly obvious. You, like most of these styles games, you can combine items. Usually they're pretty simple, usually 2 items combined together, and that's it. I've not seen any of them that's like, these 2 combined, and then that one and something else combined. No, it's just the 2, and it makes the item you need. And you get to learn about each of these characters. Sometimes the path splits, so you can either go with this character and see this stuff, or you go with this other character and see their stuff. The great thing about this is that when you go into the pause menu, there's a flowchart, and as long as you save, you can then use the flowchart to go back to any area that you've played through, and then you can go the diverting path if you want. until they converge again, and so on and so forth. So that's really nice. I really like when games have that. That way I don't have to replay the entire game all over again. Because, yeah, it's really interesting, really fun. If you're photosensitive, I wouldn't suggest this one. There is a lot of flickering and stuff, especially when you go in and out of the memories and watching the memories. There's a whole bunch of flickering in those.
Did it give you problems?
Healthy. Yes, it did. But
no options in the game to address that stuff?
No, sadly, there is not.
Well, WhisperGames, if you're listening, you might want to look into some options for photosensitivity on this one. I'm looking at the Steam page. It mentions 40 diverse puzzles. It looks like everything in this game is different. Like they just mixed it up completely with the puzzles.
Oh, yeah. All of these puzzles are like, they're not like, oh, hey, here's a puzzle and it's, let's move these puzzle pieces around. No, it's like, you need to find stuff. There's a code you need to figure out over here. Here's a math thing that you have to figure out over here. Here's a thing where you have to find the pieces to put together this machine. Like, it's all over the place. But none of them are simple, like, oh, hey, yeah, solve this Rubik's Cube or anything. Nothing that basic. It's all like weird fucking shit until you're solving the memories. Then it's here's a few pieces that are of different shapes, and here's an outline of what you need to build, and put the 3 or 4 pieces on there correctly. There you go. And those are extremely simple, but
right,
yeah.
One last quick thing to address before we talk about price. I'm seeing a lot of issues on Steam about not just the size of the text, but the quality of the translation. The developers have come out and said that they are working on a full proofreading and possible retranslation of the entire game due to the complaints that they've been getting about the translation. They said it was translated by native speakers, but a lot of people are wondering if they just kind of like translated it literally and didn't really do any kind of localization on it to make it sound or like come across better. What are your thoughts on the text and the script?
There were a few oddities in the text, but I didn't see any like super glaring issues. Granted, I also have a tendency to read a lot of Chinese and Korean stuff that is then turned into English, and all of that is fucking god awful. So I might have a larger tolerance than most people.
That's fair.
To be fair.
All right. Costs $20. If you pick it up before the 29th, it is $17. $19.99, your official verdict.
I would usually say yes, totally. However, I guess this is something else I should have mentioned, but didn't think to until just now. This game deals a whole lot with depression and suicidal ideation and things like that. So if that, is a particularly sore subject for you, yeah, maybe not.
Player discretion advised, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like if you can think of something real bad that can happen to somebody that might make them want to off themselves, it's probably covered in this game. So if you're sensitive to such topics, you might want to pass on this. But if you're not, I think this is totally worth buying. I really like games like this. So I think it's totally a buy it, as long as you're not going to be negatively affected by such things.
Sweet. Next up, Dead Reset, developed by Dark Rift Horror and Wales Interactive, published by Wales Interactive, released September 11th. Never forget, this came out on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $14.99. Trapped in a terrifying death loop, Surgeon Cole Mason is kidnapped and brought to an underwater facility, forced to operate on a patient to extract evolving parasitic horror. Dead Reset is a blood-soaked interactive horror where each death brings you closer to the truth. Bri, I had my eyes on you watching this the other day, and you were just picking things apart with that. So let's see what your thoughts are on Dead Reset.
So this is an FMV game, or a full motion video game, that uses traditional film to make a choose your own adventure movie. You'll get to a certain point in the movie and two choices will appear on the screen, like shooting a gun at an enemy or hiding instead. And these choices may have immediate consequences or ones further down the line. There are multiple paths, 4 full endings, and bonds you can form and or break with other characters that will change your ending options. I think there's 8 chapters to the game. It's like a 3-hour movie runtime for your first playthrough, or at least that's how long it took me, with people helping make the decisions, which was super fun, by the way. Thank you all who showed up. There is an alien creature and some sci-fi experiments involving time travel, and our hero Cole is a surgeon who's been brought into some kind of secret facility, but he's stuck in a death loop. When he dies, he keeps coming back. Making good choices make the loops last longer, but like any time travel related media, our character has to prove his theory to the others and make them believe him. And he does so by explaining some of the ways that he died and the actions he's got through to survive. I don't want to give too much else away. I want you to play this. The writing and acting was really good. Because of the looping time, you'll see some scenes over and over again, but they aren't always the same camera angle, meaning that the actors had to repeat their lines and marks and stuff to make it look nearly identical, and they did a great job. I'm a really big fan of time travel stuff too, so this was like right up my alley. Sometimes you get some cheesy acting in FMVs, and this was not the case here, but no Oscar-worthy performances either. Just good casting and acting and writing. Unlike other FMVs with a death loop, this didn't feel repetitive. They utilized montages and chapters. The story was paced well with peaks and valleys of action versus exposition and suspense. Like, it was just a really good balance of things to keep you going through the game. But big warning, this game is bloody.
Rated M for mature.
Yeah, lots of
I can't
death.
see why.
Depictions of surgery, gross aliens, so much blood and death, and some tentacles. In some cases, the game reminded me of Aliens. Besides the alien itself, there were scenes crawling through the ductwork of the facility with the alien kind of chasing us. There is a streamer mode that is also a helpful accessibility feature to other players, where the choice timer is paused so you can take your time to make a good decision.
Very good. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's helpful not just to streamers. That's just like, I really feel like FMV games are great to play as a family or a group activity, like where you all kind of, agree on what choice you're going to take. Like, I think it's fun to play that way. Yeah. So that's really helpful.
Absolutely agree.
Or roll the dice or, whatever you want to do to make your decision. I appreciate when that's in there.
Yeah, I have to admit, I actually had a lot of fun because I was watching you play and I was helping make choices. And my immediate reaction was, how can I fuck this up as much as I can? And because I just wanted I'm an asshole. I wanted to ruin everything. And it very, very quickly devolved into me being like, oh, hell no, fuck that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I started making good choices because I was like, no, that bitch got to go down. So the story is very good in this. And I didn't even catch it from the beginning.
I appreciate that I joined your stream in the middle of nowhere and was there for the perfect time where you scooped eyeballs out of a corpse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was.
Yeah, we got to address that.
Well, that kind of leads me to my next topic in my notes here, is that the production value was pretty high for some of the special effects, like the surgeries and the creature and peeling eyeballs out of someone's skull. So yeah, you needed to do that because you needed like a retina scanner kind of situation, and it was definitely going to be easier than moving a whole body. So yeah. Although at some point the creature grows larger and it was kind of laughable. It was no longer as scary to me. Some of the sets were fairly minimalistic, but appropriate for the setting. And the blood work was fantastic. Yeah. And based on the credits, it looks like Dark Rift Horror did all the filming and Wales Interactive did the programming, and I'm all for that team up because they seem to be focusing on what they do best. I looked a little into Dark Rift Horror to kind of see some of the other stuff that they were doing, and it seems like that was their wheelhouse, was, you know, filming that cool stuff. I also would point out that there is a tracker for later playthroughs where you can look at key events and relationship statuses. You can also skip scenes you've already watched with the RB button and get straight to the action for finding the other paths and endings. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one.
$15. What do you think?
This game's not going to be for everyone. If you're a fan of sci-fi horror and you can handle gore, I think you're going to really like this one. If you're not a fan of FMVs in general, I'd hate for you to miss out on this just because of the gore. Or if you are a fan of FMVs, I should say, I'd hate for you to miss on this for the gore. And if you're not a fan of FMVs and you do like horror or sci-fi and those sorts of things, like if you can handle the gore, like check this out. I withheld a lot of story points because I want people to play this, and I'd hate to have the plot of the movie ruined for me. But I want to point out again that this was really well written and acted, and the price is good. I would say buy it.
Very good. Get your spoons ready for those eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
If you were an Xbox player, this is Play Anywhere, so you get it on Xbox One, Series, and PC. So, cool shit.
It also feels like this is a good time to mention one other thing. If you are listening to this episode later, you've missed out on an opportunity again.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Yeah. You should be joining us on the Twitch live.
You should. All right, moving on. Next up, yet another Zombie Survivors. Developed and published by Awesome Games Studio. Released September 10th on Xbox Game Preview on Xbox One and Series X and S for $14.99. You've had enough of hiding behind the barricades. Now it's time to let the zombie horde pay for their unholy existence. The virus is spread throughout the world, but humanity is far from giving up. Forget about things like complicated controls or hour-long cutscenes. Jump right into the fray and watch the fireworks. The game that everyone will enjoy no matter their gaming experience, as the characters you command aim and shoot on their own. Just drop onto the couch and bask in your endorphins, rising from a survivors-like gameplay loop. Horror Acolyte, you covered this one. What is going on in yet another Zombie Survivors?
Well, to start, this game doesn't have much of a story. It's pretty much this virus-infected people and animals, and you gotta kill all the zombies. So the general premise of this is you're moving around each level, slaughtering every monstrosity in your path as wave after wave continues to spawn in, with the monsters becoming more varied and deadly as levels progress. You must survive as long as you can. To get this out of the way right at the beginning, there are some accessibility options that are kind of important for this game. You can switch between auto-fire or aiming manually like a twin-stick shooter. And it is worth noting, though, that the game is designed to be played with auto-fire. That being said, I played this in twin-stick mode the entire time, because that was my preference. And
Carnage
along with
would be proud
the
of
option,
you.
Carnage would be proud, yeah. Carnage loves his twin sticks. So yeah, but yeah, again, it is designed to be played with auto-fire, so I don't know how much the gameplay experience will change based on switching between the two. But yeah, so what I'm about to say is based on having played the twin stick pretty much the entire time. Other than that accessibility option, there's also options for arachnophobia mode, have fear spiders, turn off blood and gore in the game. And this is kind of a semi-important accessibility option, the ability to vary the transparency of the visual effects. Because by the end of some of the levels, you'll have a bunch of different abilities going off at once and like tons of stuff happening on the screen. And this can have like a huge like stimulus overload. Like if you're someone that has to worry about that, this game definitely has that problem. I don't know how much using that option will aid you in being able to play the game, but it definitely is a step in the right direction to moving towards being able to play it. So just take note of that. Yeah, I think you might have a problem with this one, Aki, for this.
Yeah, I specifically didn't take this because I saw all the effects in the trailer and in some of the screenshots. So I was like, oh, there's no way.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say it's quite as bad as something like Vampire Survivors for that, but it's pretty bad for stimulus overload. So yeah, those are the main accessibility options that I would say are most noteworthy. So yeah, at the start of the game, you choose a team leader. There are 3 team leaders that you can choose at the beginning of the game, 6 more to unlock. All of them are pretty easy to unlock, except for one, which I still haven't figured out how to unlock. Some good examples of these characters are their SWAT characters, like your typical soldier with automatic weapons, machine gun turrets, and a chopper support that does a strafing run from above, firing at everything in its path. You got the engineers, like a scientist with energy weapons, like a Tesla gun or plasma rifle, sets up electric turrets around the map, summons an energy barrier that electrocutes and freezes anyone who enters its proximity. Or my personal favorite, the Ghost, which is a ninja warrior using his sword, shuriken, and kunai, and he makes holographic clones that he uses to taunt the enemies, and then they kind of summon towards the drones and they explode. And then he also gets a sweet upgrade that allows his sword to emit razor sharp air-based projectiles, slicing and dicing the corrupted hordes. And there's some strategy with picking your team. I would say it's mostly based on preference, but as you level up characters, they will each unlock synergy with 2 specific characters to enhance specific abilities. Like if you have the ninja and the medic on your team together, there's an ability that lets the ninja heal life for each enemy that he kills. Or if you have like the tank and the pyro characters together, when the tank drops mines on the ground, they leave also behind like a burning area of effect. So yeah, things to keep note of when you're building your team. You fight basic, elite, and boss enemies. So the basic enemies are kind of just like your standard run-of-the-mill minions, I guess. And then you have like elite enemies that are kind of a bit bigger and beefier. And then you have boss characters that essentially are just larger versions of the certain elite enemies, but they're like huge health bars, like really beefy, and definitely some bullet sinks. You'll be trying to kill those guys for quite a while. I have another thing to comment about them later, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So in terms of enemies, you got slow zombies, fast zombies, toxic zombies that explode into caustic gas. You have the spiders that I kind of mentioned before. They'll chase you, and upon death, they burst into this pile of webbing that slows the player down if the player walks across it. Some of the larger lead enemies are like humanoid characters with axes that chase you around, a witch who summons murders of crows to attack you. And you also have several levels in this game with distinct visual styles, but kind of the same square-shaped format. The only three levels that I unlocked were the Isolated City, the Vile Wasteland, which is like a desert, and then the Green Hell, which is like a polluted swamp. There's level-specific enemies and hazards, like mummies in the desert level, werewolves and acid pools in the swamp. And also, my favorite one, the giant worm monster that bursts out of the ground in the desert level, damaging allies and foes alike. Because he don't give a fuck, he's just hungry. There's 6 different game modes in the game. You have your standard game mode, which is to survive for 20 minutes, an endurance mode that this keeps going on infinitely as long as you can. There's also the hardcore mode, which is only 10 minutes, but it's a little bit more challenging from the get-go. Extermination mode, which is kind of the main one that varies from the rest of the formulas, where in the extermination mode, you just have like finite waves you have to fend off. And then once the wave's dead, you like upgrade and then start a new wave, which is different than the pretty much every other game mode. And then the last 2 are infinite mode, which normally you have a limit to the number of items you can carry in a match, but in infinite mode, you can have unlimited amounts of items. And then there's one hit mode, which you have a 5-minute timer, 1 hit you die. You only get the default mode to start. You unlock more modes by completing a run in each subsequent mode that you unlock. There's 3 difficulty levels to choose from for each of these. There's more rewards for the higher difficulty options, but also stronger and faster enemies. So, how do you help yourself survive in this? Well, before you launch a level, there's different badges to choose from that offer bonuses. Each character has multiple badges in their skill tree that they can level up and equip at the beginning of each run. These provide damage boosts, extend your duration of your abilities, increase movement speed, among other things. During a mission, you get temporary power-ups like speed boosts, auto collects, so like collect all the XP on the map in one go. And an auto defense, so it's like invulnerability essentially. There's also health pickups. You'll find item chests in the ground, and items in the game offer kind of static bonuses with no drawbacks, except for a handful of items that have like a risk-reward system, like the glass cannon item that allows you to double your damage output, but you also take double the damage. You can only hold, as I mentioned, a limited number of items at a time, but you can swap items out later on, so you don't have to like worry about, oh, if I pick this now, I won't be able to hold something later. You can, swap as you please. So if you find something better that you like. When you kill enemies, they drop experience gems. Collecting these gems levels up your character for the round. There are also these essentially cash bundles you can get in the game. They'll like allow you to permanently level up your survival level for your account. So that's I'll get more onto that in a second. But yeah, when you level up, you can choose between 3 options: either a weapon upgrade or an ability upgrade. Each can be upgraded 4 times. Then on the final upgrade for weapons, you get to upgrade to a new, better weapon. And then for abilities, you get the choice between 2 final forms of the ability, which have varied effects. A little ways into the match, you'll get a random SOS beacon. You can collect to call in new teammates with a maximum of 3 teammates in your party at one time. When you level up later on, all the new teammates and abilities filter into the mix of upgrades. So if you started out with the SWAT guy, for example, if you had another character, then that character's abilities are now in the upgrade mix when you have the 3 to choose between. Options to help you with picking your upgrades and stuff. There's a limited number of reroll options. So you get your 3 choices. You have the option to just reroll the entire set of choices if you don't like what you see. You can banish items from the picks like permanently. So pick an item if you really don't see yourself using it. You can just remove it from the cycle entirely if you don't ever want to see it again. There's also some free to use ones like Lockdown allows you to like keep a choice there for later if you feel like you're not sure if you need it now, but you don't want to like get rid of it kind of thing. Or you can just skip to restore some health and gain some more cash for your account level. Some other things to be noted: there's multiple damage types in this. There's kinetic, slash, electric, to name a few. All the damage types generally have some type of ability or ailments attached to them. Like kinetic causes the injured status effect, making it so enemies take more damage and deal less damage. Slash, which causes damage over time through a bleed effect, or electricity that stuns your opponents and does AoE damage. Enemies, so it's kind of weird in this game. The only ailment that you can receive on yourself is slow, and there's only like a handful of enemies that'll be able to do that to you, like the spiders that I mentioned, like walking over their webbing, so you don't have to worry about any type of bleed effects on yourself, which is kind of nice. Certain items and upgrades give you benefits to specific damage types, so you need to be mindful of what damage types each of your team members are dealing. It does show you can pause any time to see what stats you have in each damage type on the pause screen, so it's pretty easy to keep track of as long as you're mindful of it. You also, as I mentioned, you also collect the cash in the runs, which is saved at the end of the run, and this cash is used to increase your survival level for your account, allowing you to unlock permanent global upgrades for all your characters. On top of that, each character levels up individually by essentially surviving as long as they can in the match, and then once the match ends, they'll earn specialization points, and that allows you to upgrade those characters specifically with permanent unlocks as well. And then for all the skill trees, you can freely allocate points at any time, so you don't have to worry about what you're spending your points on. If they're not like some hard-earned resource that you're going to throw away for nothing, you can just reset all the points at any point and just reselect what options you think are better if you're not liking what you picked before. Lastly, I guess, or one of the last things, for achievement hunters, right now this game is in game preview. There is no achievement list, but there is an in-game achievement list. And the in-game achievements allow you to unlock specific items in the game. So they add more items to your potential list of items to select when you're playing the matches, which is kind of cool. I like games that have like a utilitarian benefit for like unlocking achievements. So this achievement list in the game apparently is going to be the same or very similar to the one that will be in the final version of the game. So if you unlock them in the game already, it should be a retroactive unlock once the game fully releases. There may be some adjustments, though, if they want to vary things slightly. Most of them seem pretty reasonable, though, so I don't know why they would change any of them based on what I've seen. I've pretty much completed all of them. I think I have like 3 left to do now out of the 121.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a shit ton of this game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for The game, I thought it was a pretty fun game overall. Much like many games in this genre, it can get pretty repetitive, so it's kind of better suited to playing like a few rounds of it every now and then if you want to kill some time. After each run, as I mentioned, you get potential unlocks towards permanent upgrades, so there is steady progress in the game over time. You're not like just dying and then like wasted a whole run for nothing kind of thing. You will make steady progress to upgrade your characters. Even though there's a decent number of characteristics even though there's a decent number of characters and abilities, I didn't feel like there was much of a difference in how I played the game each run. So it was more or less me just picking the best choices that were available to me, as opposed to be like, I'm going to try a new build with like this new character, as just me picking the same things like each time. Unless I unlocked like a new character and wanted to test them out kind of thing. But once I played the characters, like the same picks each time. I also ran into an issue on 5 separate occasions where the game just crashed at the end of a run, negating all the experience. Yeah, I was not very impressed with that. Negated all the experience I gained for that run. That being said, it did keep all the achievements I unlocked though. But you don't gain any of your like specialization or account level upgrades for that though. So pretty annoying. But again, that was like 5 crashes and like I probably had to put at least 20 plus hours into this. So like that wasn't like unreasonable, I guess, for a game preview game, but still annoying. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Very good. Game preview, $15. What are your thoughts?
I think $15 is pretty reasonable. I know a lot of other games in the genre are kind of a bit cheaper than that. I think if they said they're going to add more content to this game, I know this game's been out I think since 2023 on Steam. I'm not sure if they have anything in that version that's different than this one. But for $15, if they do plan on adding more content, I think that's a pretty reasonable price to pay. I would definitely put it at a buy it as long as they kind of work out the bugs too with the crashes.
That's the glory of game preview, is that jumping in early while there's still the fun stuff to work out.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's enough content here to kind of justify the price, and it like quality wise, it was pretty good compared to like other games I played in genre. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Rock on. All right, moving on. Next game is Monstrous Lovers, developed by Maneater Games, published by Ratalaika Games, released September 12th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $12.99. Play as a young Christopher Wells, whose job is ensuring the peaceful coexistence of monsters and humans. Tired of feeling stuck in an unimportant bureaucratic position, he requests a transferal to St. George, the city with the highest population of monsters in the country. Unfortunately, not everyone around is happy about having to work with a human. Explore themes like identity, belonging, and the lengths people are willing to go to reach their goals. Jacob and Aki, both you played this. Jacob, start us off. What's Monstrous Lovers?
So Monstrous Lovers, first off, by the way, the game's like, I was kind of confused by it because the game like gives you the option for language, and then all my dialogue was in Spanish, which, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with, like, because there's obviously subtitles in it, because it's a visual novel, but just so you're aware, and obviously there's no way to change that. So yeah, you're playing as Christopher, who is a member of the Department of Integration, which is this kind of thing that tries to make it so humans and monsters can live peacefully. The game really doesn't go into that much description at first as to like why the world is what it is. But you get to meet a interesting group of characters in this. Their first one is a vampire who is letting you stay at his apartment for a bit. Your boss, Sebastian, he is an invisible man. There's also an android who you find out has been like lurking in the shadows of this place, unregistered, because we're gonna go in with some discussion of citizenship and immigration and that kind of stuff, and also just wanting to belong. And our last one is a wolfman named Ben, who has 6 sisters, and they've never seen a human before, so you get lots of inquisitive stuff with them. And your job involves around this big project, and Sebastian, your boss, is the one who's going to get to decide whether or not your project moves forward, and whether the android gets to stay. And so that's the main jump point for it. Once that happens, then you can start romancing, because after all, that's what we're here for. Shit. Damn it. I totally forgot to start that off with, Joe, what we had discussed about the review. Damn it.
I don't at all remember.
I was going to start off with...
This is a visual novel, for those of you who haven't figured that out.
No, I was going to start it off with, ew, a penis! Because Aki was surprised. That's
right.
Yeah, because Joe told me that Aki was surprised that I requested this game. But yeah, so...
Jacob
that's another thing.
Dick.
Yeah. This is a game you would both expect me to play and expect me not to play. This is about as gay as the day is long, except for it's all gay men. This is a boy love visual novel instead of a girl love one, like I usually work on at.
I was going to say, yeah, because I was just like, oh shit, I forgot to mention like the biggest part, like, you know, the whole thing that, yeah, it's all dudes.
And monster fucking.
Yeah, and monster fucking. Because initially I was just like, I wonder what kind of romance thing this is going to be. Because, like, I just went off on just, like, the synopsis alone. And, like, Maneater. What do they make? And then I see the logo and I'm like, oh, it's going to be that kind of game.
They make fantastic is what they make. Their logo is one of the best logos I've ever fucking seen.
So yeah, but yeah, honestly, like I thought it was decently written. I liked the relationships that I was having with these different characters, and there was definitely more to explore with them than what's obviously on the surface. And I do like how they did work in some backstory. Like, you're not just here to fuck monsters. Not
with that attitude, you aren't.
Well, some of us... all right, well, Aki, some of us want to make a nice, positive change in society and get railed by Dracula. So...
You went after Vincent?
The only one
a fuck boy, just so everyone understands.
The only one I didn't try anything with was Sebastian.
Yeah, he's a douche.
I'm not really a fan of like that. I wasn't really a fan of him. I was like, I'm just going to save him for the end.
I'm now extra looking forward to reading this tomorrow. Thank you.
I guess I'm going to point out some things. The 4 romanceable characters, Vincent, Sebastian, Isaac, and Ben. Vincent is the vampire, and he's a fuckboy. That is all he is known for. He's a big old slut, and he is very happy about that. Sebastian.
He is handsy as hell, too.
Yes, like, he is.
He is just like, oh, darling, why don't you blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, bro, I just met you. Like,
yeah, he immediately hits on you the moment he sees you, and it was so uncomfortable because I was like, dude, personal space, motherfucker.
I almost wish we didn't have a kids game on this episode because I would have played the song Fuck Boy by Electric Callboy at the end.
He is also a coworker of yours. And then there's Sebastian, which is the Invisible Man. I didn't actually know that's what he was. I wasn't sure if he was that or a mummy. And
he's an invisible man because there's a point where you get to work in the office with him, like his office, and he has to eat and drink something, and so he has to remove his bandages.
He's your boss, and he's an asshole. That's like the entirety of his personality. He's just angry all the time, and He likes to abuse his power.
He's a guy who has been there way too long. Like, that's his issue at the end of the day.
And then the robot is Isaac. He's also kind of a coworker, and he's kind of emotionless, basically. And then there's Ben. Ben is the bestest of boys. He's the wolf man. Hold on. And he's
Isaac is essentially like for the people who wanted to fuck Data on Star Trek, which yes. I also kind of find it weird because the robot on the Orville is named Isaac, and I'm just like I'm sure it was like named after Isaac Asimov, but like, you know,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah, so each one of these people is their own personality, and you should always go for Ben because he is the best boy.
I did like Ben. He was
he's the
nice.
best.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right, let's talk price on this one. It clocks in at $13.
More like cocks in.
You're a dick. Aki, let's get your opinion first.
I totally love this game. As long as you're not a homophobe, you should definitely play this. I think this is a fantastic little game.
Ew, a penis!
And it's a hard yes.
a throbbing yes. A throbbing endorsement.
Yes.
Throbbing, turgid yes.
A musky yes.
Jacob, stop dicking around. What's your answer?
I liked it. I would recommend checking this game out. It definitely actually, like, you know, I felt like this one was better written than quite a few other romance visual novels I've read. So
it really is.
So even if you're just looking for a romance one, this one's pretty solid.
There's only one drawback to this game. Some of the writing is
yes, thank you. Yes. Like the text box, and there's no way to like scroll down or anything like that. Like I was hitting all the buttons on the Xbox controller, like trying to figure out like, like maybe if I hold right trigger, will it scroll down so I can finish reading that? Nope. Yeah, I forgot about that, and I was so annoyed. I mean, like,
it doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen a few times, and
you get. I mean, like, you have the gist of it, like you know what's generally happening, but it's still pretty damn annoying.
Yeah, totally for it.
Shout out to No Time for Games for dropping 200 biddies in chat. Always good seeing you here. Thanks for hanging out. We got a good one to talk about next. Hidden Cats in Tokyo, developed by Nukearts, published by our friends at Silesia Games. Released September 16th, Xbox One and Series X and S. 18th on Switch, PS4, PS5. $5.99. Konichi Meow. Recruit. Tokyo needs your help. Cats across the city are transforming into monsters. Spot cats, people, items, and other things to fill the world with color and progress the story. The Cats of Tokyo are counting on you. Bri, tell us about your time with Hidden Cats in Tokyo, and did you find Piddles?
So it's been a little while since we've had a Hidden Cat game on the show, and I'm here to tell you this one is different. It's got two big differences. One, there's a story to this one, and two, there's a Piddles in it. Yay! If those two things aren't enough to sell you, I don't know what else to say. Yes, there is a Piddle Bear in there. If somehow you've never played one of the Hidden Cat games, it goes something like this. You have a big drawing of a location, like the suburbs of Tokyo, and you have to find cute hidden cats and city people. There is no timer. You can use hints if you need help. The cats meow when you click them, and as you find things, the scene colors in. You get a big celebration at the end of the scene when you've got the whole picture. Cats aren't hidden behind things, just out in the open in the big scenes. And the smaller scenes, where you have around 50 to 80 things to find, you'll find cats hidden in stuff that move, so you get a little hint. And then you have special cats and monster cats, because that's the story. The cats of Tokyo are turning into monsters, and we have to stop it by vaccinating the cats against the monster virus. So when you find a cat, you're vaccinating them. In addition to finding people and cats, we have to find cat items in this one too. Special cats are some characters from the story, and others are fan cats like Piddles, which you can find in Downtown Part 1. And it's cool on the cards. It shows the country flag for where the cat is from. So there's fans of this game series from around the world that have gotten to have their cats in the game. It's pretty cool. I hope to get Teak in there one day. This game also has much more content. There is a full adventure path of places to find cats and special people. There are 15 levels total. 4 of them are huge, having over 200 cats and humans to find in a big scene. Each level gets a story scene before you start the level. It's like a comic anime style thing. And there are over 700 things in total to find, cats and people and cat-related items. Levels include locations like a cosplay festival, a karaoke bar, a cat cafe, a manga store, and so much more. From the main menu, you can also access your card collection of special cats and monster cats that you find in the game, and the cat items and places, and little hints to the cutscenes. From this menu, you can rewatch the cutscenes and view the cool stuff you've encountered. Some accessibility features include colorblind mode and dark mode. And also in the settings, you can skip all the cutscenes, but that was part of what set this game apart, so I would hate to skip that. There is a pretty good zoom feature in the game, and there are hints, but you get achievements for finding things without the hints. Cats will also meow when your cursor is near oftentimes, so listen up if you need some help. Oh, yep, there we go. We've got some Piddles on the screen.
My baby bear.
I loved the art. The music is peppy this time to accommodate the story and the theme of Tokyo. I did have one issue with the game, though. The overlay at the top of the game was in the small scenes. It was in the way of finding the cats at the top of the picture. I wish there was a way to make that disappear when you hovered over it by placing the background to either side of the overlay, though. You can still find the stuff up high. Also, to note, some people are having issues with achievements on Xbox. I had some delayed ones, but they all worked fine so far for me. I also played this on Steam, and it was fabulous. So yeah.
You like this one?
I love this one.
You like Piddle Bear?
I love Piddle Bear.
I love Piddle Bear. So, Piddle Bear out of 10?
It's like a 9 out of 10.
Piddles, yeah.
Yeah, Piddles.
$5.99. What are your thoughts on Hidden Cats in Tokyo?
If you already like the Hidden Cat games, I think you're going to love this. If you've never tried one, this is tops. The price is great. I'd say buy it.
Go find my kitty.
Yeah, go find Piddles.
All right, next up, Arcade Archives 2 Video Hustler, developed and published by HAMSTER, released September 10th, Series X and S, Switch 2, PS5 for $10. Video Hustler is a sports game released by Konami in 1981. That's my birth year, God. The game is a simplified version of pool pocket billiards. You strike the white cue ball to roll it, hit 6 balls, and sink them into the pockets. The game's most distinctive feature is that the score can vary greatly depending on the numbers on the balls and the different multipliers assigned to each pocket. Jacob, pool from the 80s in the arcades. What is going on here?
So keep in mind, yeah, as Joe said, this game was made back in 1981. 81. Empire Strikes Back had just come out the year before. So this is old. Set your expectations.
I'm old.
Yeah, well, no shit. We know that.
You're all old. It's fine.
Shut up, old lady. You're going to join us too one day.
No, I won't. I'll never join y'all until y'all are well past
I'll never
dead,
join you.
I catch up with you.
All right. So anyway, make your, you need to be aware this is an old game. It's not going to look beautiful. But yeah, so you're playing this game of billiards and, the balls are each of the pockets are assigned different multipliers if you hit the ball in, and they do change, per hit. And I think it's 6 tries you get to sink. It might be 8, but to try to sink as many shots as you can. And it has a really interesting aiming system. So essentially what you have to do is that it makes like a big, like kind of like a lowercase n around the top of it. And so like you move your aimer like from left to right over it, and then you can decide your power. But if you mess it up, the game will just like make you overshoot your shot and balls will just go everywhere, much like Joe's famous orgies. And yeah, like I wouldn't say it's addicting, but it's an interesting idea of trying, like, you know, of like, how can we bring billiards to the arcade? It's very forward thinking. It's not great, but it's entertaining enough. Like, it's solid. Let me put it to you that way. Like, obviously, if you're going for like a billiards game, this is not going to be like your automatic choice for this kind of stuff. Like the physics are not, you know, top notch. Like, it's obviously got nothing on stuff that's been released like within like the last 5 years. But, you know, for people who are interested in retro games or people who even just like want to walk down memory lane, I mean, God bless you if you actually remember playing this in arcades. I mean, also you need to take your Tylenol for your back.
I do. Shit, hold on.
Yeah. But honestly, like, I thought this was one of the more interesting titles that came through the Arcade Archive series. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've never once thought about, like, oh man, I wish I could play pool at the arcade. Like, I honestly, I never have. And it's just like, all right, well, at least somebody tried. Like, and it wasn't bad. It's just, I'm going to play pool. I'm going to play pool, you know? Like, but I like how they tried to, like, you know, arcadeify it. It's an interesting curiosity, and I'm glad that, you know, this game's getting another life.
Very good. Well, it clocks in at $10 for the Arcade Archives 2 version. What are your thoughts on this?
If you're a big fan of retro games, or as I said, like, you know, if you grew up during that time period, it might be like, I would say it's definitely worth the $10, but otherwise you may want to stick with this as a try it or wait for a sale. Obviously there's better pool games out there, but it's still as I said, it's an interesting curiosity.
Sounds good. I love the Arcade Archive series. I'm so happy we're getting these now. So,
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Next up, Sips and Sonnets, developed and published by Blue Tango Street, released September 12th on Steam for $6.99. Run a tea shop in the British countryside and enkindle your love for poetry in this heartfelt visual novel. Play as Ms. Meadows, retired journalist and tea enthusiast, as she prepares for her best friend's long-awaited visit. Listen to customer stories, brew tea, and craft wholehearted poems. Bri and Aki, both of you covered this. Bri, start us off.
Right. So first thing in my notes is apparently this game does not have controller support, which is fine because it's mostly a visual novel. And this is Steam Deck verified. If you've never played a visual novel before, it's an interactive story where you can make choices that often affect the possible outcome of relationship or ending. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how varied some of the outcomes were because I only played this one once. Going for my version of the perfect ending, and boy, was it an ending. This has voice acting in it for different characters and a voice narrator, and it was rather well done. Once you beat the game for the first time, there are author notes about the game, which I appreciated. The story touches on relationships, friendships, philosophy, aging, and nostalgia, poetry, and more. But mostly it's about Miss Meadows and her tea shop, and she talks with customers and shares their tales, and then writes about them. Also included within the stories are medicinal uses for herbal teas, like ginger being good for your immune system. We get a tea-making mini-game. During that, you have to steep the tea in hot water, and then while we're waiting, we can talk with the customers more. And there's a whole book on tea and how to make it. It includes the strength of tea in the brewing, botanical, and other useful information. It's lovely. We only get, I think, 8 herbs to make tea with, though. And you do get an opportunity throughout the story to use each of them if you're paying attention. And it's pretty hard to figure out from the cues. And I'm a huge tea fan, so I appreciated that whole aspect of the game. There are some other mini games, like pulling the right dose for Miss Meadows' nightly syringe when the nurse comes up. And of course, there's a nightly poetry writing mini game where you get to choose from a bank of words and fill in some blanks on your poem's stanza. Each day is its own chapter with a new person to meet or someone you've met before comes back. And there are interludes with the musings and memories of Miss Meadows. But for the most part, each day plays out the same. You open the shop, you serve some tea and have some conversation. You take your shot with the nurse and write some poetry. The art looked like hand-drawn pastels or watercolors with black outlines. Character art was beautiful and had things like blinking eyes to make it a little more lively. And it had good atmospheric, chill music. I feel like some of the game really had you memorize stuff, like people's names, like children's names and stuff like that. And I got a little panicked when I forgot the doctor's name, and I totally guessed wrong. But I think that's part of aging. And that's part of the story, is having to memorize those things, those important details, and remember them about people. I found myself smiling at the tales and personality that's shown through the stories shared by different characters that interacted with Miss Meadows, and I think you will too. I thought this was pretty good quality visual novel with good design, excellent menu design, music, story, voice acting, and more. Aki?
I rather enjoyed this, but it is a little depressing
at the end.
I think it's kind of a little depressing throughout the whole thing. It just gets more depressing at the end, because this is realistically, this is a little old lady reminiscing about her life, and things are, going downhill for her.
I thought that was sweet, though. Like, she gave advice to people, and it worked out for them for the most part, or at least in my playthrough it did.
It did for me too. I don't know if it gets fucked up no matter what you recommend. I think it works out regardless. It just works out in a different way.
Right.
But, she's constantly reminiscing about the days of old and all this other stuff. And that just kind of hit me a little in the feels, because it's like, wow. She's old. She knows she's old, and she knows she probably doesn't have a whole bunch of time left.
Yeah, she makes a couple comments about that. Yeah.
But she still very much is like, I still want to enjoy my life. And I appreciate that. But like, even at the end of the day, when she's going upstairs to go to bed, like, she starts very quickly complaining about, oh, why did I buy a 2-story house? Yeah, getting up these steps is so hard now. And it's just like, that's kind of sad, realistically, because I have grandparents still, and they're very well at that age, and it's just like, oh, that hurts my feelings a little bit.
Aww.
So I've other than that, though, I really enjoyed it. She gets really impassioned when she's talking to the other characters, and I really like that, because she's not just like, yeah, sure, sweetie, yeah, whatever you say. No, she's in that conversation. She wants to know what these people are talking about, even if she doesn't fully get it.
She's not in the tea business for making money. She does it because she likes to talk to people and get to know them, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked that. It was so sweet. So yeah, I very much, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and it made me sad at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
$7. What do you think?
Totally for it.
Yeah, if you like a cozy tale, this is for you. The ending's a little sad, and I don't know all the endings yet. Aki told me about one of them that I don't think I want to play. The price is inexpensive. I would love to see this get ported to consoles. It's a buy it for me.
Yeah, there are 3 endings, by the way. There's a good ending, a bad ending, and a well fuck ending.
Yeah. I think the well fuck ending was the one that you told me about.
Yeah. I haven't figured out how to get the bad ending, but I got the well fuck and the good ending.
Yeah, I got the good ending too. So yeah.
For those who are budget conscious, instead of $7, if you buy it by the 25th, it's $4.89. 30% off.
Do it. Do it.
Go get that bitch.
Yep.
Next up, Bananitro or Banana. out. Developed by Inventario, published by Bad Minions and Little Giant. Released September 11th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox PC for $5 each. Reach top speed by eating bananas. Race with Monkey and his bike using Bananitro to reach insane speeds. Ride on walls. Perform crazy maneuvers and make jumps that defy the laws of physics. But be careful, each track presents a new challenge filled with obstacles that require agility, skill, and precision. Jacob, I know you have none of those, so how'd you do in this?
Not too bad. The game is pretty fun. So you're this little monkey guy that's riding around on rails, and you have to collect as many bananas as you can as you're going through these levels. And there are obstacles that are obviously in the way, and so you have to make sure that you're jumping on them while trying to collect as many of the bananas as you can. And it's, as I said, it's on rails. To be honest, I can't really think of any kind of a platformer that could be described along with this kind of stuff. Can you, Joe?
Maybe
I've played
Line
another
Rider?
game like it. I also played Bananitro, or however you say it. It's kind of like that constant runner thing, but there's a game I played called Comedian, which is very similar style of game. So
okay, I mean, this is what I'd kind of imagine like a Jet Set Radio game if they were going to make it 2D. And so you're just grinding along these rails, and you have to make the jumps. But it's not really as much of a precision thing. And the game I found was fairly forgiving. In terms of how you're able to hop around and stuff. Yeah, it's honestly a pretty chill game. I never there were times I would get frustrated, but it never felt oh, screw this, I'm just turning off the game, or I'm going to break my controller kind of thing. Yeah, it's just fun to hop around and try to collect what you can.
Yeah, this one looks really, really fun. We see a bunch of $5 games coming out, and we're going to talk about a bunch of them over the course of the next, 15 minutes maybe, with all the games we have. This one is different. It's not just a normal platformer. It's not a Sokomine game. It's different. It looks different. It plays different. It feels different. I want to get into this. This looks like a blast. It reminds me of Line Rider. I don't know if anyone played that. I don't know if it plays similar to that, but that's kind of what I'm seeing out of this, and I am very intrigued by this one.
I had fun with it.
Cool. It's $5. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Anything else?
No.
I like that you get shot out of the cannon at the end of the level. That was cute.
That is true, yeah. Very Donkey Kong Country-esque.
Mm-hmm. We need to set that up and fire Jacob out of a cannon.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, it works. Next up, Sokomine, developed and published by AFIL Games. Released September 17th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox PC, PS4, and PS5 for $4.99 each. Grab your helmet and pickaxe because Sokomine just got explosive. Every puzzle is a mix of brains and blasts. Push mining carts stuffed with dynamite straight into meteors, blow them to pieces, collect the shiny crystals hidden inside. You play as a fearless miner on a crystal collecting mission. Move through grid-based levels, plan your steps carefully, undo mistakes as much as you want, and trigger fiery explosions at just the right moment. To win, you'll need to clear every meteor and outsmart every obstacle that stands in your way. The Sokomine adventure takes you through 30 puzzles spread across 3 epic locations. Outer Space teaches you the ropes with simpler challenges. Mining Station tests your skills with tricky craters that stop carts in their tracks. And Lunar Tab, that's where things heat up, introducing furnaces that destroy carts and force you to come up with the perfect plan. Hockey, what else is there to say about this one?
Well, this is a Sokomine game. There you go. You push carts into meteors to break off the rock around it so you can collect it. And this one's actually difficult. Which is shocking to say, because I've never had trouble with any of these games. All these games are a fucking cakewalk This one I didn't get the 1K in, actually.
Gasp.
Yeah, I got close, but I couldn't figure out how to beat a level. In this, when you push the carts into these meteors to break the rock off the crystals, sometimes you actually have to fire multiple into it to get it to break. I think 3 is the max, but that actually makes it surprisingly difficult, actually, because you can't always get things to line up properly because it's a Sokomine, and it exists to make your life difficult. And yeah, I was actually shocked that I wasn't able to just immediately get this done in like 30 minutes, and I was pretty happy with that. I'm glad that I got stumped on one of these. Finally, because usually I get with these games and I'm like, oh, I'm done in 11 minutes, I'm done in 27 minutes, I'm done in 33 minutes. Like, it's all of these
I'll
are so
send you
easy.
a key and I'll be like, this is for 2.5 weeks from now when the embargo's up, and 4 minutes later you're like, I could do this tonight.
Yeah,
can't. Play it again.
I don't pay
2.5
attention
weeks.
to embargo dates.
Well, this one, it seems like you actually enjoyed a bit more because it stumped you. It is $5. If you buy it in the next couple of days, I think it ends Tuesday, it's $4. So for $5 per platform, what do you think of Sokomine?
If you actually like this style of game, I think this is one of the better ones just because it actually stumped me finally. And you don't get that in most of these. So yeah, if you're just here for easy gamer score, I'm sure eventually someone's going to put up a YouTube solving video for this. So yeah, I think it's totally worth it for everybody.
Cool.
Unless they hate Sokomine, which, you know, fair.
Yeah. Next, Groaky Must Jump, developed and published by Synnergy Circle Games, released September 10th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox PC, $4.99 each. A frog that must climb a vertical cave until they find the mystic lily. This flower does not have powers, but it's extremely rare, and the only place it grows is at the top of this very long cave. Getting this flower is a proof of one's ability and is the biggest achievement a frog can get. Will Groaky prove they are a frog amongst frogs? Bri, are you a frog?
Ribbit. So this game, this game is riveting. This game is a rage game. I've had one of these like every week for the last month, I think.
That's because you're the only one willing to play them, because the rest of us would lose our shit.
But yeah, like Jump King or Hellstuck, you're at the bottom of something trying to get out. In this case, you're a frog named Groaky, and you're trying to find a mystic lily. I learned more about the story from the store write-up than anything else, though. The graphics are rudimentary. The music's like a retro style on a loop. Like other games of this type, you have a directional jump. You can walk to the edge and try and get your jump right. And your jump has a strength to it. The longer you press the A button, the higher you jump to a point. The boundary boxes are weird, and so are the jumps. It seems some platforms you can jump through and others you can't. And I couldn't tell why most of the time. Sometimes you'll jump through a platform and other times you'll bounce through the same platform. So that was frustrating. Like other rage games of its kind, one wrong jump or bounce, and you could end up right back at the bottom. I would say the one thing this game has going for it is checkpoints. Every so many meters of upward travel, you get a lily pad as a checkpoint. You can teleport between them, but there's a 30-second cooldown, which annoyed me for an achievement. And then the downside to the checkpoints is that if you fall and activate a lower checkpoint by accident, you're screwed. Yeah. Okay, maybe one more good point. You can see a meter of your jump strength. The other thing I guess the game has going for it is easy achievements. The game really doesn't ask you to do a lot to get the 100%. That's really all there is to the game.
I saw a video for this.
Okay.
And I immediately checked out.
Yeah.
I saw the jumping. that you like got to hold the button and get the power. And I'm just like, no, I could live the rest of my life without trying that one. Yeah. I can't do rage games anymore. I just can't. But this is $5 per platform. What do you think of it?
I liked the frog art. The rest of the game, not so much. If the jumping and boundaries were consistent, I'd give this like a try it or a fuck it, why not even. But as it sits, I feel like the rage that came from this was because the game didn't work consistently and not because of the style of game. So ultimately, I'm going to say pass on this one unless you just want some easy achievements, in which case go for it.
Cool beans. All right. Bri, I think we're on your stream right now because it is cat time.
Yeah.
You got to say it. You say it good.
Cat time. What?
Yay.
What do I got to say?
I thought there was going to be like a song. It was just going to be like, Nyan Cat. Like,
here, I'll open the drawer and I'll feed Chica treat right now.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Shaky bag. She's like not even going to move from her seat. She's like, what? You just woke me up for what now? All right, here we go. Come here, baby. Have a treat. Here you go. She gets treats in her seat while she's sleeping.
I like that I searched my soundboard for cat and this came up.
All right. What?
That is not a cat.
That is not a cat.
But we got cat games to talk about, and we got 4 in a row. Meow the Cat, developed and published by Ember Studio, released September 18th. Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox PC, $4.99 each. Welcome to the world of Meow the Cat. In Meow the Cat, you'll guide Meow, a cat, a courageous cat, determined to find her way home, even if that means escaping from Spike's deadly cannons and the terrifying Theo. Huxtable?
It's a dog.
That's the only Theo I know. Oh, Theo Vaughn, maybe. Ugh, gross. Across 40 handcrafted levels, your reflexes and timing will be put to the test in a journey filled with danger and charm. Jacob and Aki, both you played this. Jacob, start us off. What is Meow the Cat?
Hold on. Why didn't you have Cats in Tokyo lumped in here? Then it would have been 5 cat reviews in a row.
Because I put that one in my rank of priority significantly higher than these.
Fair.
Yeah.
Dude.
The Hidden Cat series is woefully underpriced, in my opinion. And Piddles was in there, so it stands apart.
I mean, that's fair, but also missed opportunity. Anyway,
tough.
So Meow the Cat. Meow the Cat is a platformer where you have to avoid dogs and get to the end of the level. Oh, yeah, and spikes.
Bullets.
Well, I mean, if you get far enough into the game, yeah. Because let's be honest, we're all here to get the 2K. How long did it take me to get 2K? 13 minutes.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Very good.
For this game. So, you're paying $4 for 2,000 achievement points.
$5.
Well, it's $3.99 right now. It's on sale.
I would also
go
like
off the official price, not the sale price.
I would also like to point out that I 100%. Not only did I get all the achievements, I played every level, and it only took me 17 minutes.
Carnage got the 2K in 7 minutes.
Yeah, I remember seeing the times for some of the people, and I was just like, "This is shit."
This can be kind of pixel perfect wanting, jumping, because you have to jump over Theo the dog, and that's sometimes some bullshit. But
there's people
pretty simple game.
There's people who beat the game in 4 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
And I'm just like, that's bullshit. Fuck those guys.
Well, is it fun?
Yeah, it was all right. It was okay.
It was very middling at best for me, but I'm not as big on platformers, especially when they require jumping over Theo. You kind of have to do it perfectly or you're going to get hit, and that kind of just pissed me off a lot. So
yeah, but I mean, at the same time, this game has a very specific audience.
Yeah, and I am definitely not it.
Yep.
Cat owners who want achievements.
Pretty much.
Bri, are you playing this one?
I totally already played it. I'll be playing some more of it tomorrow because there's 3 versions of it.
Oh, what do you think of it?
It was okay. I mean, like, you've got a dash and there's like different, every so many levels it changes it up a little. So, and you're trying to get to the end, which is like a cat tree castle, which was cute. But yeah, some of the boundary boxes were a little loose or something. I don't know how to describe that. Like, there's these steps you have to jump on and there's like spikes on them and you have very little space to jump and get that timing right. It was a little frustrating, but overall, I mean, it was decent.
Cool. $5 game. If you buy it in the next couple of days, you could get it for $4. Officially $4.99. Give me your verdicts.
For me, this is a pass. I did not like the perfection required for some of the jumps. It just really annoyed me and sucked up a lot of the fun for me. So this is a pass for me.
I could give it a try it.
Jacob?
What?
Mel the cat. Verdict.
Are we still talking about that?
Jesus
Holy
God, dude.
crap. I thought we'd moved on to cat needs already. Holy crap, man. Yeah, I already said, like, yeah, go for it. It's like you're there for your 2,000 points. Like, if you're not there for your 2,000 points, then no, go buy something else.
This segment.
Next up, Cat Needs, developed by LeJunesArt, published by Ratalaika Games, released September 19th. Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $4.99. And because it's Ratalaika, it's just $5. It's not each. $5. Cats are beautiful creatures, but they can certainly be fickle and temperamental as well. No shit. Your mission in Cat Needs is to organize all the cats so that each animal has its wants fulfilled, whether it be food, sleep, or something more. Rearrange the order of the cats and avoid cat fights to keep each pet purring and content. Aki, what is Cat Needs?
Okay, this is a little puzzle game where you have to move cats around on a little map to get them to where they want. Some cats can jump over other cats, some of them can't, some can jump over multiple other cats, etc., etc., etc. You're trying to get them to fulfill their needs without some of the little bastards taking up everyone else's needs as well because they're a little bastard. So to start off with, you have 2 cats, a short cat that can jump over 1 cat, and a tall, skinny cat that can jump over 2. And one of them wants to sleep, and the other one wants food. And as you play through the game, you get introduced to other types of cats, like a giant fat bastard that wants food and will eat all of the food if you put him past food, as well as sleeping. So you have to figure out how to get him just to 1 food and then to a bed, so he doesn't claim all the food for himself when the other cats want the food as well. You get kittens, and they want to play either with certain items or with certain other cats and pets. You get introduced to an old cat that can't jump and just wants to sleep. Get introduced to a gigantic golden retriever doggo that's just the most adorable thing ever. And yeah, it's a nice little simple game that can sometimes make it a head scratcher because it can be a bit difficult on a few levels. And yeah, I thought it was a cute little game.
Very good. Bri, did you play this one, or is this on your to-do list?
That's on my to-do list.
Gotcha. You have any thoughts on it? Anything that caught your eye with it?
I mean, it's a cat puzzle game, so I had to have it.
Yeah, you did. Legal requirement, I believe.
I think so. Yeah. But no, it looks cute. I'm looking forward to playing it.
Cool. Aki, it is a $5 game. If you buy it in the next 2 weeks, it's $4. And on Xbox, you get it on Xbox One and Series X and S because it's Ratalaika, and they do smart delivery. So $5 on this one. What do you think?
Totally worth it. I thought this was a fun little puzzle game.
Cool. Next up, Frame Cat, developed by Half Cat Team, published by Xeneder Team, released September 16th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox PC, $4.99 each. In this retro-style platformer, play as Catherine, a witch and tomb raider, caught in a cursed dimension after stealing a forbidden artifact. Blast enemies with magic fireballs, solve puzzles, and escape the clutches of the cat demon across 15 pixel-perfect levels inspired by 90s classics. I think everybody played this one. Well, Horror Acolyte, did you play this one?
Doubtful.
I did not play this one.
All right, Bri, start us off. What is Frame Cat?
So, yeah, as you said, Catherine the Witch and Tomb Raider was trying to steal an ancient... Yeah, Catherine, yes. Was trying to steal an ancient golden statue, but there was a cat demon, and it captured her soul and trapped her in the mental dimension. The mental dimension is like a side-scrolling comic strip that you punch your way through the frames of the panel, and now we've achieved title. Catherine can jump and flame punch enemies and walls in this platforming adventure. When you punch some enemies, they turn into jump pads temporarily. As you progress through the game, there are more varied types of obstacles besides just enemies and spikes. You have laser walls to get through where you have to like punch things to turn the laser off. There are moving clouds you can jump on to get to higher locations. There are dinosaurs you can fight because video games. And yeah, you get 3 hearts or it's game over. They refill at the start of the next level. The main goal of the game is to find keys and mental energy jars to get to the next level towards finding a way out for Catherine. There are around 15 to 20 levels. There's a boss fight at the end with the cat demon. It was pretty awesome pixel art. It was colorful and fun.
That's a good-looking game. The screenshots, like for a $5 pixel art game, this one looks really good.
Yeah, I love the frame mechanic. Anybody else want to say some words?
I
Jacob?
thought it was cute. I rather enjoyed this one, but trying to collect everything in it, which you don't have to do. I'm just extra because I'm a dumbass. Some of the jumps that you're required to make in it can be kind of difficult, just because it wants you to jump at a very specific time when your platform is moving, so you can hopefully land on top. Otherwise, you're going to hit spikes and lose health, and it's like, fuck, because those are hard to do, and I always hit the spikes, literally every single time, and it made me sad.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a good game, and it ends with a boss fight, and the boss fight's actually kind of fun.
Nice. Jacob,
yeah, like I was surprised by this. Honestly, I thought it was... honestly, I thought this game was going to be crap. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I really enjoyed the art style, and it kind of felt like a Comic Zone. On Genesis, as like you're trying to like move through what look like comic book panels. Guess
what? You're not allowed to curse anymore. So
why not?
Crash Rando just redeemed 20,000 channel points to make us not curse.
Yeah, that's why just a few seconds ago I said Trash Rando.
Oh, okay. I did not see that. But yeah, one thing I will note, playing this on PC was actually it was a little bit hard for me, because you do have to obviously use your keyboard with it, and it won't let you rebind your controls. Now, I will say this, it was better than a lot of the AFIL game platformers, where it's just like, I'm like, who was drunk when they decided what buttons would be used for this?
You just need to get a gamepad for when you're playing on PC.
I just need to complain long enough for Joe to just buy me one. So
Dude, I've bought you enough. You can buy your own stuff now.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep complaining about it till he breaks down and buys me one.
Just go to your local GameStop and buy one of the app play controllers. They're cheap. They're like $20.
You're like
the Power A controllers are like under 20. Yeah.
See, Joe, you could just buy me an under $20 controller.
You could buy yourself a controller. FrameCat is $5 each platform. What do y'all think?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it until I got stuck on a level where I couldn't seem to jump high enough to get anywhere useful, and I wasn't sure what to do, but I'm still going to give it a buy it at that price. Like, I just need to figure out the solution to my problem, and it's, not trying to figure that out at 1 a.m. when I'm tired.
Fair.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely did not help you.
Any other thoughts?
No. Head empty. Sorry.
All right. One last cat game, Meow and the Diamond Jump. Developed and published by YUME Games Studio. Released September 12th. Xbox One, Series X and S, and Xbox PC for $4.99 each. With accessibility for all ages, the game offers a fun, straightforward, and engaging experience. That's literally the whole description. Bri and Aki, both of you played this. Bri, start us off. What is Meow and the Diamond Jump? Bad.
Yeah, exactly. In this, you are a round little orange cat, and you perpetually jump, bounce even. Your only controls in the game are the left stick where you move left or right. In this platformer, the goal is to collect all the gems in the level and then get to the exit. You'll have to overcome some obstacles like moving spikes, moving platforms, jump pads, and more. And you'll have to time your jumps to coincide with the moving obstacles, or you'll have to start the level over. The color palette for the game was interesting. Non-local colors like purples and oranges. There are 40 levels to complete, and achievements for completing like every 5 levels. Hockey?
I have words for this game, and I'm not allowed to use any of them.
Well, get creative. And
there is nope, that uses that word. Can't use that. There is a special place in heck that this game is going to go, and it deserves to be there with the worst of them. This game is one of the most annoying games I've played in a while, because in this game, the cat jumps. And by that, I don't mean you get to make the cat jump. No, the cat doesn't.
It's just jumping.
Stop jumping ever. And the annoying thing is you have to calculate, are these spikes that move in and out, are they going to be out of the way? And if you jump from this area to this area, are you going to go off the timing to where now if you land, no matter how much you wait, it might get screwed up because you're off time. And the game will do stuff like that to you. I don't know how many times I died because it got off timing. And by that, I mean there was no longer a way for me to land and not get hit by the spikes because the distance that I moved wasn't in time with things moving in the map anymore. And, I hated this game. I hated this game so much.
Yeah, this looks like another rough rage game.
Yeah, this was a rage game. I almost broke my at play controller playing this. I got so angry.
Well, good thing they're only $20.
Yeah, I need to buy a new one. I actually did break one of the buttons. It's still usable, just it's not very usable.
All right, $5. Verdicts.
No. God, no.
This one was just kind of meh for me. Like, it's a decent price for the content and the achievements. I just didn't see anything unique to make me want to encourage people to run out and get this one. So I'll give it a try it.
Rock on. All right, we got one final game to talk about tonight, and we're going to Kids Corner. George, take it away.
Kids Corner! With Jacob and friends!
Bratz Rhythm and Style, developed by Rico Technology, published by Outright Games, provided to us by Outright Games as we are Outright Games ambassadors. Released September 12th, Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $39.99. Start a fashion and dance adventure with your BFFs, the Bratz Pack. Rule the runway and take the stage with Chloe, Yasmin, Sasha, and Jade. Conquer the world in style, creating customizable fashions in the Bratz Fashion Studios. Showcase your signature looks and groove to your favorite songs from the Bratz universe, including So Good. It's time to express yourself. Jacob, you liked the first Bratz game, didn't you?
I did. It was a really chill experience. However, it should be noted that this one is actually made by a different company.
Ah, well, what is going on in this one, and what kind of differences are there?
So the other one was pretty much just a lot of fetch quests and trying to, like, you know, buy up all the different clothes and being able to do, you know, going to all the different places. And as I said, it was like really just a ton of fetch quests. But again, it was chill. Like, you never had to worry about anything. This one, they... Not only do you have to like run around and do some fetch quests, but they've also thrown in a lot of stuff that you have to do along with it. And you will have to do these oh gosh, what do they call it? It's like pose, not battle, but oh shoot, whatever. Anyways,
posers?
No, it's like pose off or something like that. Like, and essentially it's like you're walking down the catwalk and you can you're playing this rhythm game, and it is going to decide how well you're, like, you know, you're walking. Like, you have to hit the A button at the right time. There might be some arrow buttons that you have to hit. And then you're also supposed to be able to fill up a meter that when you hit X, like, you force the other person's bar, like, they have to, like, suddenly do a very complex thing, otherwise they're going to stop and, like, and they're going to lose their bonus that they've built up. And then it will move to a thing where you have to have your photo taken, and really all it is that you just have to, like, hit the correct button as it gets to the circle in the middle. So like X, Y, A, B, that kind of stuff. That one was fine. Like, I never had an issue with that. It was the catwalk one, because that bar just never, like, I almost never was able to use it against the person I was battling against. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, it would almost never let me use it until the very end when it was about to go to the next round. And then it was just like, oh, cool, I wasted all my bonus stuff. And then at the end of each city and during some of the competitions, you will also, of course, all the Bratz girls together go out and sing a song and do a dance. And it's very Guitar Hero or Rock Band-esque looking. And the button layout for this, I really, 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 really wish it could get remapped, because it is the left and down arrow, like, buttons on your controller, like, so, you know, the lower left part of your controller, and Y and B, and that is like what you have, like, and it's never intuitive. Like, the whole entire time it's been driving me nuts, and it's not intuitive. Like, it just doesn't feel intuitive at all. And thankfully, that part doesn't seem to, like, matter as much. Now, also, when you're going into these competitions, you have to be able to dress the part. And all the people in the city will tell you, like, oh, well, you know, Glamour's in, and like, so's Winter. So you're trying to come up with a look that combines, like, those two types of clothing together. And one of the nice things about this is that you can customize pretty much every, like, bit of clothing that you want, so that you can use it for whatever your upcoming round is. Now, if you take that item off, it'll go back to the default setting, but most clothes only have, like, 2 or 3 different colors on them, so it's not, like, it's really not that hard to recreate if you need it. But it's nice because then you're not, like, racking your brain to, you know, because there will be some competitions where it's like, well, you can't enter this unless you're wearing nothing but pink. And so I'm looking through my character's closet, and I'm just like, I don't have anything that's pink. And then, like, I'm like, let's see if I could customize it to make it work. And sure enough, I now suddenly had enough pink clothing. So, yeah, like, it's okay, but I don't know, maybe younger kids would have more fun with the rhythm game section, but I am a 40-year-old man, so first off, I'm already not the target demographic for this game, believe it or not.
Yes, you are.
But it
mentally,
was
100% you are.
Thankfully, there are two different difficulty levels for this game. It's casual and like extreme, and extreme is for like the hard mode, and that's when like the rhythm games actually are going to count for something. I'm not gonna lie, like at my age, I'm just like I just skip the like all the rhythm games because I'm old. I just want I
have a question.
I just want to have my passion for fashion, you know.
Did you like the Flaunt Your Fashion game? Because I thought that the game was actually really, really fun.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
How does this compare in terms of, I mean...
Honestly, I'm more... The rhythm games really throw me off on this.
Okay,
and it doesn't make it as nearly as chill of an experience. Now, I will say this, it obviously gives you way more to do in this game than the previous game did, because that was just fetch quests over and over and over and over again. This one, you know, you can lose your like little battles, like, so it's not like, I mean, obviously you're just going to retry it until you move on, but yeah, like, I mean, it's okay.
Were the rhythm sections not done well enough, or are they just not your style?
I just think, honestly, the controls
were off for you.
Very. There's also no way to like calibrate anything. Which again, also I don't think it really matters that much. Also, Outright does know that there is like a bug in there that is causing some button hits to not register, which they're working on that. Also, there is an issue with save games once you get to a certain point. Ugh. And if you don't make it to like the next city, it's just going to dump you back at like, so essentially the game says it's auto saving, but don't believe that, because there was a point in Paris that like it auto saved. And then I like got almost everything else done in Paris. And then next time I loaded up the game, I was right back at the very beginning of all the Paris stuff. And I lost all my progress. And so, but once I made it to the next city, it seems to have gone away. But
that's good.
But yeah, I'm hoping
you compared it to the other Bratz game. How does it compare to Ricotech's other Outright title, Baby Shark Sing and Swim Party?
Swim Party. I love that game.
How does it compare to that? Honestly, Baby Shark was fine. Gosh, I haven't thought about that game in forever.
I had so much fun with that, despite the repetitive nature of the music.
my youngest really enjoyed it, and we actually still have it on the Xbox because of him. Yeah, I don't know. Like, honestly, I'd rather do the rhythm sections in that game than in Bratz.
Right. Well, Bratz Rhythm and Style clocks in at $39.99. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
If you've got somebody in your life, like whether it's a daughter, I mean, heck, maybe your girlfriend. I mean, Bratz has been around long enough. Like, good Lord. The movie came out back in 2007. In case you need something to feel old about. Oh my God, it's going to be 20
years old. We have enough
old.
To feel old about in this episode, Jacob. Just come on.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
We're talking about anyways, billiards game from 81.
If you've got somebody who likes Bratz or you like Bratz, then yeah, I'd suggest that. Otherwise, this is a wait for a sale.
Gotcha.
Title, but like it's not bad. It's just different from the other Bratz game.
I still think we got to give Rico Technology a big shout out because I still remember their first game, Toro.
Oh wow!
The bullfighting game.
Never played it.
Nope.
Yeah. Yasai Ninja or Kiranaga's Revenge with the broccoli and the onion.
I've heard of 1971 Project Helios, though.
Their early games were kind of rough. They've gotten significantly better. They have a new one called El Coco that's supposed to be coming out soon. That one looks pretty decent, too. Cool. And then outright, they have what? Gabby, what is it? Gabby's Dollhouse next week?
Yep.
And then they have a couple more coming out through the holiday as well.
Yeah, we got a ton coming out, and also along with their partnership with Game Mill, we may have upwards of like 4 other titles to choose from. Like they haven't announced what else we're gonna get.
4 games? Can we handle 4?
I took a look at what Game Mill had. So Outlook. Sorry, I was looking at my email. So Outright, they've got the NBA game. They have Barbie Horse Adventures. They have Elf on the Shelf. The Grinch is getting the new DLC. We had Gabby's Dollhouse today, and there's also a Dora the Explorer game. And also a new Paw Patrol racing game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
So that's that. And then Game Mill, who, again, we have not had any kind of confirmation. I'm just rattling off what else they've got.
Yeah, because this show's not long enough, so...
Yeah, shush. They have a Hot Wheels game coming out. Oh my god, I blanked. Yeah, as soon as I said that, I just blanked on everything else that they're doing. Game. I'm afraid of what's about to come up.
With that, we're gonna wrap up.
Nicktoons. Hold on. They have Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. I forgot about that. That actually looks pretty cool, and I know a lot of people are psyched about that. Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. Yeah. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is getting a game. So I'm wondering if devs were just like, oh wow, Grinch did really well. Like, let's mine the rest of the Christmas themed
nostalgia.
Stuff. Yeah. So I'm really waiting for 2029 when we get Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey, the video game. And then also what I'm hoping that we'll get offered, but I don't know. There is going to be a Fast and Furious game.
Okay, another one.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be an arcade racer.
Nice.
Can we end now?
Please,
Jacob. Can we end?
Nah, I don't think so, Bri. We got other stuff to talk about, right?
And with that is the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Aki, Bri, Jacob, Horror Acolyte. Thanks for... Hold on, let me mute Jacob. Mute. All right, there we go.
Accidentally kicks him instead.
All right, so that is the end of the episode. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out, except Jacob, who is still muted, and I can't hear him at all. Is he talking?
He's talking. I think you only muted him from you.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. It was good. It's so quiet without him. Beautiful. Does anyone have any final words to end the show?
Did you know that Taco Bell has brought back the chili cheese burrito?
Nice.
Interesting.
It's for a limited time. It's exciting.
Jacob, your thoughts?
No thoughts. Head empty.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good.